Hey there. You might have heard about WWDC24. It's Apple's new event, and I just want to talk about what is it? What is it about? And what can you expect? As you read in the title. So I'm gonna be answering these questions, but I want to start by answering what is WWDC. In case you haven't heard or didn't know, essentially WWDC stands for Worldwide Developer Conference. And essentially, it's Apple's event basically covering all of their new stuff. We get new software betas from time to time, usually weekly or bi-weekly, but this is important, right? And not to say the others aren't important, but this is iOS 18. This is what this version of WWDC is going to be about. I'm going to just call it Dub for short. But it's going to be about iOS 18, watchOS 11, all the macOS, HomePodOS, stuff like that, iPadOS. And so it's going to be talking about the newest version of iOS and stuff like that. We may get some hardware. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Would be awesome if we do. I believe it's Mark Gurman over on Twitter. He's talked about we might be getting new iPads. I believe in April or May is when he said. That is on Twitter, just at his account. If you want to go fact check that or look around. Let's talk about what can you expect, right? And so number one, iOS 18. Now we've heard tons of different rumors, super awesome things about iOS 18 so far. I think some of the biggest and coolest things is the ability to just be able to rearrange your apps in whatever order you want, however you want. And I think that's just awesome. That's something that I wanted for a long time. As an Apple user my whole life, I've always been accustomed to Apple, but I'm totally good with some change here and there. I'm totally excited to see what may or may not happen. So before we dive super deep in, I want to pull up the WWDC website just so we can sort of go through and look at a couple things together. So as you can see here, WWDC 24. It'll be hosted June 10th through 14th. There's a couple different things. Anyway, so let's read this first paragraph. It says, "Join us online for the biggest developer event of the year. Be there for the unveiling of the latest Apple platforms, technologies, and tools." So essentially, this is for developers, right? Me, just as a consumer, someone who loves tech and wants to know more about it, this is awesome just because it sort of talks about what is going to be happening and gives me the ability to sort of watch and learn and play around with this new technology. But this is for developers. So if you are developing apps or software, stuff like that, you might be able to get into one of these and kind of learn as they're speaking. Now, for those of us who are online, watching this online, because I obviously won't actually be there, they will be live on YouTube, which is typically where I watch it. It's just a live stream. It'll be called WWDC24. And you can just watch it online from wherever you are. That's typically how I do it. But overall, I am very excited. So we've kind of talked about what is WWDC, the Worldwide Developer Conference. Now let's talk about iOS 18. I kind of started a minute ago, but I do want to share a couple more things. So as I mentioned, there's going to be probably a lot more customization. Hearing a lot of things. Obviously RCS will be coming to iMessage, which is something Apple has already confirmed in the past. So that's great. Definitely good to be kind of upgrading technology there. But I have heard multiple rumors say that iOS 18 will be the biggest jump in update since the original iPhone. Some people are comparing it from iOS 6 to iOS 7. But apparently it is the biggest, the bestest, the coolest update since the beginning of iPhone. That also opens up issues. For example, because there's all this new software coming around, things might be a little bit less stable. But if they're revamping a lot of things, hopefully they'll get the code worked out where it's not as taxing on the device. Hopefully there's less bugs. And maybe it'll just be a better experience all around, because I feel like I've noticed iOS has not been as great since iOS 15. But overall, maybe it'll get better. Who knows? Now, as far as supported devices are rumored, again, nobody knows for sure. This is all rumors. However, it sounds like the devices will obviously support the iPhone 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max, and then the 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max, that lineup. But it sounds like it should go all the way back to the iPhone XR, XS, which is right here, and then the XS Max. So, you know, they go far back, right? And I think that's awesome. So ideally it'll be the same supported devices as iOS 17 was, but again, don't entirely know yet. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. Now, for those of us who like testing betas, developer betas, public betas, whatever it be, when are they coming out? And typically the way this works is usually after WWDC, the live stream event. Usually it's around 3 to 4 p.m., I believe, Eastern time. Somewhere around there when they'll release the first developer beta of iOS 18 in this case. And usually it's about a month-ish, a month to 2 months before the public beta comes out, because they're kind of ironing out a bunch of stuff in the first beta. But after the first beta, you can expect developer betas to come out every 2 weeks, one beta every 2 weeks, until you get to like beta 5 or 6, and then they'll kind of start flowing more weekly as we sort of get closer to September, which is when you can expect iOS 18 to be released to the public. Now, I do want to talk about watchOS really quick. I don't know much about watchOS personally. Again, all of these are rumors really, but it does sound like watchOS 11 is not going to be huge, which is fine. I mean, watchOS 10 was a pretty good size update, so it has been changed pretty nicely. iPadOS, who really knows? I mean, again, all rumors, and if you wanted to, you could totally kind of look up on different websites what is in the bucket of rumors for iPadOS 18. Hopefully we get whatever cool features on both iPhone and iPad at the same time instead of having to wait a year, because that's always annoying. So we'll just have to wait and see about that. And then macOS, I don't have a MacBook, so I don't actually know much about macOS in general at all. So if you have a MacBook and you're kind of interested in that, it might be worth going to search. But yeah, that's really it. So WWDC is just basically Apple talking about their newest and bestest software. We may get some hardware released, we may not. I guess we'll just kind of see. But that's really about it. WWDC every year. I'm very excited. I'll definitely be watching. Again, you can watch it on Apple's website. You can get information about it on developer.apple.com, and then obviously it'll be on YouTube. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. Just want to talk about WWDC. If you liked it, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, as it helps me out a ton. And don't forget to leave a comment. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. So yeah, bye guys.